Hi, I'm Alex and welcome to Just a Tip, the Melbourne Cup edition. On today's episode we're going to talk about the Melbourne Cup and some of the runners I like. Now I've narrowed it down, and after the barrier draw yesterday I think I've picked the horse that's going to win the Melbourne Cup this year, and hopefully with a bit of luck we will. First up I'm going to talk about my main tip, and then I'm going to talk about the other horses that I've got to have around them, but I've gone away from because of barrier draws and other type of things. So I've landed on number 4, Bondi Beach. Now there's a lot of reasons why I've landed on this horse, and I'm just going to go through a few of them now. I like the barrier draw. Barrier 5, it's a lucky number for some, and also it's a perfect barrier. It's not too close to the rail, it's not too far out. I like horses between about 5 and 12, and this lands right in the spot of that. I love the Jockey. Ryan Moore is a freak. He's one of the best jockeys in all of Europe, and he's coming down just to ride this horse. And I think that is a big sign that he thinks he's got a chance too. It's also been kept fresh, this preparation. 2 trips over the 2400 meters, so there's a little bit of speed in the legs. That's a massive tick, I reckon, for a horse going up to 3200 meters. And you know that the horse can run the trip, which is also another thing. Came last year for the Melbourne Cup and finished outside the top 10, but had a really good run. And it was a European 3-year-old, and I know that says 4 years old in the Southern Hemisphere, but as a 3-year-old carrying that weight, it still had a massive effort on the day. So for me, the reasons why I've gone for Bondi Beach is the jockey, the barrier, the weight, its age, definitely the stable that it's running for, definitely the right stable as well with the Williams stable. And I just think there's just lots of other little things that you go, alright, well this is the horse that you want to be on. And I think at that $9, that's really good value for each way. You're getting $3 to place. I know it's a really hard race to, put a bet on, but $9 is very juicy, and I think it's a definite back for this one. So my second pick is horse number 8, Wicklow Brave. Now the only reason why it wasn't my top pick is because it's gone out and drawn barrier 24, which is basically horrendous. Now I thought that if it got a really nice gate, it would get, be up on the speed, had more, speed than most of the other horses in the race. Probably sit behind Big Orange, Karen Morotic, those type of horses, maybe even a sign if it went up early. So it would have had a really nice sit in the run, and I think it would have given a nice kick. Now it is dropping down in weight from its last start where it beat Order of St. George. And Order of St. George has gone on to place in the Arc de Triomphe. So that's massive, ticks of great form line. I always like to pick a last start winner as well. That's always a massive tick for me, which he is. And I think that if you watch his track work around Werribee, he is looking insane. Gets Frankie Dettori on his back, and that's a massive booking as well. And I just think that if you're looking away from Bondi Beach, when you're getting $21 on Wicklow Brave, that's huge overs. Just the gate is the massive problem. If it drew in, it would be a fantastic bet. But I just think it's gone my second pick just because of the barrier. My third pick is number 1, Big Orange. Now this is also another horse at really big price, and I think that if you look at its form lines, it's been fantastic over the whole year. Started off in Dubai where it came second to Ferezabad, then 2 runs over in England where it's come first and first. Back to back in the Goodwood was a fantastic performance. Even James McDonald, when he was over there for his riding stint, got on his back and won and looked impressive. Now the horse is drawn perfect to head up on the speed and lead, and I know that this year they're definitely going to be wanting to get out in front and lead with a strong tempo. Last year they were a little bit soft, and I think just the horse didn't travel as well as it did this year. Last year it lost 30 kilos in the trip over. This year it's only lost 13, and it put it straight back on as well. Been licking the bowl in the Werribee quarantine centre. And I just think that, the horse is just overs. It's $17 is just overs. And I think if you're looking for a horse that's going to lead and give you a good show for your money, Big Orange is the one. My last pick for my top horses is number 10, Gallente. Now I just think that, it's drawn a bit of a yucky gate for it, and its last start was, pretty average. But just put a line through it. Just think about its Sydney Cup form earlier in the year where it won over 3200. Think about its second behind Jamaica, 2 starts back. That's the type of form line you should be looking at for this horse. Now, there is a little bit of rain predicted sometime, during the next few days as well. And I think a little bit more cut out of the ground is perfect for this horse. $67 is ridiculous. And if you're looking for a blowout and something at massive odds, this is the horse to be on. There's a lot of ticks as well. It's a European stayer. It's had a couple of preparations over here, and it's carrying a couple of kilos less than some of those, massive European horses. And I just think that with a good ride, could definitely surprise the big odds. So obviously with my tips, I've gone around a couple of, the favourites, your Hartnells, your Jamaicas. There's a few reasons why I have. Hartnell hasn't won over 3200 meters for its whole career, except for 1 start when it was 2 or 3 years old. I think its failing the Sydney Cup is a huge tell for it as well. I know that this preparation has been going massive. Its second behind Winks was incredible, and it was over 2000. It had a big blow afterwards as well, so it got a big fitness edge out of that. But I'm just not sure. I just think that, from gate 12 it could get in a little bit of trouble, and I don't want to take the shorts. The 460 or whatever is on offer for it at the moment is just unders for the type of horse it is, and I can put enough holes in it to say that I'm not going to back it at 460. You know, the other horse I was talking about, Jamaica, I think drawing in is fantastic for her, and she could be the surprise, but she's going to have to do what no mare has done, you know, no 4-year-old mare has done, which is win at that weight. Now, there's a lot of great horses that have tried at less weight and have not even got close. So to say that she can win with this weight is, you know, is saying that she's one of the best mares ever. Now, I'm not sure if she's in that category. She's, you know, fantastic. That 3-length win, you know, in the Caulfield Cup was impressive. Probably for me is, you know, running in the top 5 still, but I don't know if I can have her on top, and she is unders as well. The other horses I've liked but I've gone around are horses like Oceanographer, who had a massive run on Saturday, and the Lexus runner, you know, the winner, always tends to do really well. Melbourne Cup, Excess Knowledge, for example, from last year. So definitely have to have that in your wider exotics. I think that QE, its run in the, you know, Geelong Cup was massive, and it was up the front on the tempo and pushed away and made a huge effort for about 600 metres, and Grey Lion also kept up with it. So those horses are, you know, ones you should keep in mind as well. The Geelong Cup is, you know, definitely a form race that has in the past proven, you know, the goods on Melbourne Cup Day. And I just think that, you know, the Japanese horse I'm going to sack. A few of the other horses I didn't like, but our Mandan I thought was definitely the best one of the rest. It's drawn wide, which is unfortunate for it, but I thought it had the best prep out of all the other horses in Australia, you know, the non-European horses. And I just think it looked really well. You know, its last start won easy, and I think that could be the only other horse that I'd like to have a little bite at. So, my tip's going to be Bondi Beach. As I said, I'm going to have a big bet on Bondi Beach at each way prices. I think that Wicklow Brave and Big Orange are just stupid odds as well. Might have a little bite of the cherry of them as well, but definitely Bondi Beach is my tip. I'm going to put in the description, you know, my betting strategy for this week, and I'm hoping that everyone will be cheering on, you know, Tuesday afternoon, backing a winner on Melbourne Cup Day.